something that a lot of parent bloggers, influencers, they may or may not struggle with. I think a lot of parents, we do not want to use our kids, right? But for me, I see it from the perspective that not so much as using our kids as a marketing tool, but I think we are seeing this as helping our kids be exposed to gadgets and tools and to experiences that they are already growing up in. I mean, social media is very much, so I always call my kids digital age kids, right? Because this is where they grow up in. And so I think it's great for them to, I don't see it as using my kids. I see it as giving them a different dimension of opportunity that many other kids actually do not have the opportunities to. So I feel my kids are quite lucky in that sense.
So then how have they felt about it? I mean, other than the freebies they get, you told me about the Star Wars, the Lego that they get, but other than the freebies, how do they feel about it? Like now that they've grown up, they can think a little bit. How do they feel about it? When in their youth they were thrown into limelight, they were thrown into difficult situations. We call it uncomfortable situations. Like, how do they feel about it? How did they react?
Yeah. So you must remember when my kids were young, they didn't understand that this was all free, right? They didn't know that mom actually, so they're not free because mom is actually bartering it with her words, right?
Yes.
Helping the companies and the brands to, create some branding for them. So, but for them, because their understanding is not so much as work, but as fun. Right, and it's mom taking them to another event, mom bring them to, it's mom's always with them or dad's always with them. So for them, they never thought of it as like free things or freebies. So after about 6 months into these events, they did sort of say, Mom, where's the goodie bag? So they start to expect free things, right? So I have to sit down with them and educate them that, yes, we do go to these events and we get free things, but we are also, mommy is also taking photos, writing about it, blogging about it, and helping to brand. So they understood that part. And after that, they were very cooperative when it comes to taking photos, right? So they were actually working with me because they understood this is part of mommy's work. So that's one thing. And I think it's very good, again, coming back to not utilizing our kids as a marketing tool, but they are understanding work ethics. I thought that was great, starting them from that young. Now, of course, back then when they were young, as they grow up, so my kids were 5 and 7 when they started on this blogging journey. But by the time they were about 10, 11, 12, they start to have a bit of a pullback because it starts getting tiring to smile at the camera all the time and holding stuff up, right? So they start to give feedback in different ways, like I don't want to go, or is this necessary, So once you see that resistance, that's your cue as a mom to pull back a little, that your kids might want to start to slowly fade out of this, blogging phase.